Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I've made the last video, I think about 2 months now, but between the new job, traveling for work, and parts availability, making content's been a little difficult. Parts come in, we try to get them put together here and there. Doesn't really make for a compelling video when you have things spread all over the place and you're really just jumping around. So let's go ahead and talk about really where we're standing and what we've gotten done so far. One of the first things that we worked on was over here on the left-hand side. We have a giant hole from the previous owner, and it looked like they cut it out for a cup holder. So instead of spending 5 grand on getting a whole new left-hand armrest, went ahead and got a new toy for the bus, Pop 3D from Revo Point's 3D scanner. We also used, let's see, where's it at? Some dots. We have some trackers, and we have some masking spray. This you can spray on there. It will automatically disappear after about 4 to 6 hours. So cleanup is really easy there. It'll let you get a good 3D image of the hole. Worked with a guy on Upwork with that 3D mask, and we came up with a cup holder design. So went ahead and 3D printed this. Bamboo's already paid for itself, and it just slides right in there. Wouldn't even know it. Well, you can know it. You'll see it, but it looks pretty dang good. All right, so what else have we knocked out? As you can see, we've started roughing out the bathroom area. We've got our water supply and some of the drainage run for the shower, which will be right here. A vanity, it's going to be on the left-hand side. And washer dryer combo with some storage above. Toilet on the left. It's going to be a Headhunter water jet macerator, so no toilet plumbing yet, as it requires some mocking up once it gets in, as well as some pretty high pressure water lines. Hanging down over here, I just wanted to show the drain pan. We went ahead and flex sealed the drain pan. Don't use flex seal spray, that will eat the styrofoam. So what we did is we lined it with foil tape, put flex seal on top of that. And the reason we did is in all the units, if we can see it, we added a UVC light into every unit since this will be in pretty humid environment and put up for storage. What we're going to do is have that kick on every so often to make sure the coils stay clean. Well, really prevent that musty odor. Bedroom and bathroom are both the Pioneer cassette style units, 9K. Went ahead and used some steel strapping, bolted it to the roof, and it hung up there pretty nicely, pretty easy. All right, moving on down the bus where we've gotten a good bit done on the outside. The first stop is the valid air system. So went ahead and got our valid air leveling sensors installed. There's one here, one in the rear fender. We got our makeup air from Viair installed. It's currently a mess. Once we get the windshield washer fluid tank put back in, we'll get some of this organized. And honestly, on the valid air, the most difficult part really wasn't even the valve bodies, if we can see them for the low light in here, but it was really figuring out where some of the wires went. Looking at the wiring diagrams, not from Valid, but from Prevost, there's a couple of places labeled, let's say brake, for example, where you could tap in, but they all do different things. So figuring out which one went where was, I'd say, the biggest challenge. It seems scarier looking at the instructions, but really wasn't that challenging of an install. Moving on back, you'll see some of the other work. One of them is in there. You'll see some batteries. And then the next bay over, we have 6 more. So in total, we have 12 Ruixu batteries at 48 volts. And if you notice, we have them laying on their back and in the brackets kind of horizontally. In a VIP, at least on this one after running the numbers, these floors are rated for 2,500 pounds, distributed evenly. So we had to get kind of creative with figuring out where the bracing was. In the floor and in the ceiling, they kind of line up. There's some steel bars that run front to back. And there's also a horizontal beam that runs across the base. So we made sure to figure out where those were, added the thicker plywood, and then also made sure that the battery straddled that and also ran on top of that diagonal bar so that we have the best support, in the base. That's why they are positioned the way they are. Currently, this board is going to be for our Victron system. Hopefully those parts will be in about 2 weeks. And we'll go ahead and talk about that when they show up and hopefully get some video of us putting it in and getting it configured. You'll also see this fan. This fan is venting our mini split bay. The floor on this VIP is solid sheet metal, solid stainless steel sheet metal, and very difficult to cut through, as well as supports ran in a funky configuration that made it not very viable to vent through the floor and kind of pull in through the door. So what we did is we got this EC fan, which is completely controllable 0 to 10 volt potentiometer. We'll be using an Arduino. We can talk about that and how the programming went and how it's all monitored. So we can ramp this fan up and down based on air conditioning load, and we're venting it under the bus. Currently, it's about 100 degrees in the shop. We have the heat running because we're putting our rock panels back on. Every single rock panel on this bus was cracked, busted up. So we ripped them all off. There's some videos of me doing it a long time ago. But for the Sikaflex to cure properly, you want the room temperature above about 76 degrees. So it's about 80 degrees in here right now. And it takes about 24 hours. So we got 2 doors done yesterday. Hopefully we'll get 2 more knocked out today. And we'll keep working our way on around the bus. Moving on down to our water bay, we have 2 200-gallon tanks. This floor was also reinforced with thicker plywood, and we made sure that they're steel holding up these tanks. While these won't be used to full capacity, probably 90% of the time, there are some use cases that we need them for certain places we go dry camping down in the Keys where hard to get the water and you need it to last as long as we possibly can. So won't be used to full capacity most of the time, but in the rare case that we need it, we do have it. For sensors, we did go with the Tank Sentry Sim U units, and those will be mounted in there, an air pressure sensing system that tells you basically how high the water is based on pressure in the sensing line. So no moving parts, no electronics, it's all based on basically probe depth and air pressure. Now on the opposite side of the coach, just a quick follow-up on the freshwater side. So we do have our pressure tank for our Headhunter toilet on the inside, since this will be a pressurized system. The Headhunter toilet requires about 55 to 65 psi to work correctly. So we do have an Excalibur pump, and if you notice, it's DC. Everything in the coach that we've deemed, let's say, mission critical, water, toilet, lights, really anything that we want to make sure is always capable of running will be run off DC. That way, if we ever lose our inverters, we at least have the bare essentials still available to us. Well, guys, that's really it. Short and sweet video of kind of what we've gotten accomplished. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but as things come in and parts get ordered and things stop being back ordered, hopefully we'll have a couple more videos out here. The bus is moving along pretty quickly. Right now we're getting into the what I'm going to call expensive components. That'd probably be another good video, is kind of run through the cost list, and a lot of people are curious, what does it cost to get something like this done? Many times on social media you'll see buses and people are like, hey, you can get it done for super cheap. We can walk through the parts, components, costs, and really what it took to get to where we are today. But everything's looking good. Things are coming right along, and hope to see you around on the next one.